The Taotao 110cc. Alright, stood it up. We're going to show you how to change the tie rod ends on this. If you kind of see here, see where my hand is? That one there is super wiggly. You can hear it wiggling. I've already changed this one here, where you can see it's not wiggling. So it's going to be this tie rod end that we're going to change. Jump the screen. Here's the new tie rod ends. So what we got is wire cutters, 17mm. So I'm going to get tearing this apart, and I'll show you after it's tore apart, and then we'll get putting the new stuff on. Alright, first step is you have the cotter key right here, and then there's another one right over here on the other side of this one here. So I'm going to go ahead and get those cut, and then we'll start from there. Alright, back to it. So got the cotter pin taken off. Here, this bolt here is literally finger loose. Cutting the one on the back side here, see if we can look real quick. Right here, cutting that one's kind of a pain, but I normally cut them and just put new ones on. So let's go ahead and get these bolts off, take the tie rod end off, and we'll go from there. Alright, got this one here taken off, wheels down, and then this one here is kind of a pain, but normally you can finagle it and get a socket in here a little bit easier than trying to use a wrench. Really hard to see up in there, but she's on there. If you can kind of see if we can find a good spot for you. Let's zoom in a little bit here so you can see right there. I mean, it does get on there, but it is a royal pain. All right, let me get that part taken off. We'll be right back. All right, there it is taken off. So you can see, I mean, just how wiggly that is. I mean, both of them here are pretty shot. So I got the new parts. Typically what I do is I screw them onto this part and then slide them in this way. If not, if you try to put them on and screw that middle bracket in to adjust the left to the right, it's terrible. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch this out, and then we'll go from there. So I took one off, and then just left is the way you take these off. You spin them to the left, and then it'll just twist right off on. They're long-winded though. And the same thing, so if you're holding it the other way, you spin to the left, it comes off. Alright, let's get these new ones put on. Give me one moment. Alright, so there's the new ones. I just barely screwed the pieces on. You can see we got the nuts here that are still finger loose. I leave it fully extended out, and if we set it down and look at it real well, you can see this piece is shorter, that one's longer. So if we take it like this, the shorter one's going to go to the tire, the longer one's going to go to the front main part there. So I'm going to go ahead and get this set in, and then we'll show you how to tighten it all down. Alright, little side note here, my bad. Long piece on this side, and then for the middle part's your short piece. So I still have them screwed all the way out, where if you see these, how they're screwed in a lot more. So it just gives me a little room, but once we get the bolts on and get all that tightened, then we can get this middle bar here adjusted. So I'll pause it and we'll get those bolts and everything put on place. So just real quick, you're gonna have lock washer, as we see here, and then bolt with your cuts facing outward so we can get the cotter pin put back on. So alright, bolts are all on. At that point I'll set it down, and I will either screw this towards me, which is going to push the wheel out, or screw it away from me, which will pull the wheel in. So I'll set it down, and we'll see how straight the tires are. Once we get them straight, these cotter lugs here, the nuts here, we'll just screw those tight, and that'll hold it in place. And that's how you change the tie rod ends on a Taotao 110cc four-wheeler for the kids. Thanks for watching. So there you can see, tie rod ends are all changed, nice and straight, good to go. Thanks for watching.